Hello.
Hello, the party who just joined us. Can you please identify yourself and your company you represent?
Yes, this is John Osborne with Ride, Need a Ride.
Thank you.
And you can't. You can wait.
Mr. Osborne?
Yes.
Hi, we're not on the record yet. We haven't started. I'm Kelly Rosenberg. I'm the administrative law judge handling this matter. I just wanted to check in with you before we started. Were you planning on testifying today?
Well, I do have the insurance. My agent thought they could put it in themselves and find out that it needs to come from the carrier, and they just let me know that here an hour ago. So they kind of waited to the end before loading it.
Okay, has it been loaded yet then?
No, it has not.
Your Honor?
And Ms. Riley, did you want to say something? Yeah.
Yes, insurance actually needs to be uploaded from the underwriters from the insurance company. The carrier themselves cannot upload the insurance. And I just checked, and the insurance has not been updated just yet for Ride, Need a Ride.
Okay. So the agent's not able to do that. Is that correct?
That's correct. It needs to come from the underwriters so that the underwriters are the ones who will upload that insurance.
Well, that's where, I apologize, that's where she failed. She thought she could do it. She even loaded your portal and everything, and she didn't do it until an hour ago to find out she cannot do that. So now she's trying to get a hold of the carrier for them to do it, and that's not an easy process because it's with Progressive as far as getting a hold of somebody.
Right. So again, it needs to come from the underwriters to upload the insurance, but you do have 20 days after the hearing to get that insurance updated. So it's not like today at 5 o'clock, you automatically go into a revoked status.
Oh, gosh.
A little bit of time.
Oh, thank you. I was having a heart attack.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have 20 days.
You're welcome to you could stay, you can testify, but really we're just going to tell you the same thing, that you have 20 days after today to get your insurance updated properly. But otherwise you can just get that done in the next 20 days and you don't have to stay. You can stay, you can watch, you can stay, you can testify, but you'll have the 20 days regardless.
Okay. I think as long as I have the 20 days, I'll make sure it's done by then. And I think I can be done with the call too. It's okay with me.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll make sure that's uploaded by then.
Thanks.
Okay. Is that all you need from me then?
That is all we need from you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Well, it looks like we have everybody else here. Tracy, are you set? Are you good?
I'm ready, Judge.
Great. All right. At this time, I'd like to call to order, go on the record, and proceeding number 25C-0045-INS, I'm Kelly Rosenberg, the Administrative Law Judge assigned to this proceeding. This is the Commission's standing show cause insurance hearing set by notices and complaints to individual respondents. At this time, I would like to take appearances, starting with staff.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor, and pleasure to meet you, Judge Rosenberg. Justin Larson, Assistant Attorney General with the Colorado Department of Law, here on behalf of PUC staff, and with me as always is staff witness Marquita Riley. Great,
nice to meet you as well. It doesn't look like we have any other respondents available or here, so I think just for the record, I'd just like to inform and remind you that it is the Commission's practice to record and webcast legal proceedings, including this one, and we have a court reporter recording every word. And so at this time, staff, go ahead and you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Staff calls Marquita Riley. You appear to be muted. Apologies.
Yep, no, thank you. I realized that as I said that. I apologize. Ms. Riley, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Ms. Riley. Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Yes, Marquita Riley, MARQUITA RILEY.
And who is your current employer?
The Public Utilities Commission.
What is your job title with the commission?
I'm the program assistant for the transportation unit.
And can you describe your role in today's proceeding?
Yes, I review the commission records and coordinate with staff for these proceedings against motor carriers that do not have current effective levels of financial responsibility on file with the commission.
Do the statutes and commission rules require motor carriers to file evidence of financial responsibility with the commission?
Yes.
And can you tell us which statutes or rules impose this requirement?
Per Rule 6008 requires that motor carriers maintain and file evidence of financial responsibility with the commission.
And what exactly needs to be provided to the commission in order to show financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008 requires that motor carriers must electronically file certain forms. An example would be Form E as evidence of financial responsibility.
And how long does this evidence of financial responsibility remain in effect?
Again, per Rule 6008 requires that each insurance company give the commission a 30-day advance written notice when insurance is being canceled or if it's not being renewed.
What's the next step when the PUC receives a notification of cancellation or non-renewal of insurance?
I will then use the commission's OpRights database to compile a list of motor carriers that we receive written notice of cancellation.
And before getting into the exhibits, are you aware if the exhibits for today's hearing were provided to the respondents?
Yes, they were.
And can you just briefly describe that process?
Yes, I created a list of the permit and certificate numbers that we received notice of cancellation. I then emailed that list and the exhibits over to the AG's office. The AGs then pre-filed the exhibits and copied me on the emails that they sent to the respondent.
Thank you. Can we please pull up what has been pre-marked as hearing exhibit 1 in staff's box? Thank you. And is everyone able to see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So can you please just briefly describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is the initial hearing cycle listing that contains the names of the motor carriers that the commission received notice that their financial responsibility was going to expire.
Who prepared this list?
I did.
And can you describe how it was prepared?
Yes, I used the commission's OpRights database to compile this list.
And can you just describe where the date appears on exhibit 1?
Yes, it's on the bottom right corner.
Okay, and is that the date on which this list was created?
Yes, the date was January 17th, 2025.
Thank you. And does the commission create a hearing cycle listing like the one we see in Exhibit 1 here as part of its regular course of business?
Yes.
Is it the commission's practice to maintain documents like Exhibit 1 as part of its business record?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 1.
Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Now, Ms. Riley, looking further at Exhibit 1 here on the screen, what action did the commission take based on the information in the list?
The commission then sent a letter to each respondent.
Thank you. And can we please now pull up what has been pre-marked as Exhibit 2 in staff's box? Thank you. Can you see that, Ms. Riley?
Yes.
Okay, and so this is a series of different documents. Can you just describe what these are?
Yes, these are copies of the letters sent to each respondent on today's list.
And what does the information in the letters tell the respondents, just to summarize?
The letter explains that all operations under its authority may be suspended as of the date the insurance expires unless proof of proper insurance is provided to the commission. It also provides notice of today's hearing and advises the respondents that if proper evidence of financial responsibility is not submitted to the commission, then its authority may be permanently revoked.
When did the commission send these letters?
The letters were mailed out on January 17th, 2025.
Is it the commission's practice to create letters like these in the regular course of business?
Yes.
And is it the commission's practice to maintain letters like Exhibit 2 as part of its business record?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 2.
Exhibit 2 is admitted.
Thank you. Ms. Riley, does the commission require motor carriers to establish and maintain a designated agent?
Yes, per Rule 6006 requires that motor carriers establish and maintain a designated agent.
And were these notice letters sent to the addresses of the designated agents on file with the commission?
Yes.
And how did the commission serve these letters?
Through first-class postal mail.
Thank you. And now can we please pull up what has been pre-marked as hearing Exhibit 3? Thank you. Can you describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is the attachment sent with the notice letters. It contains information on how to participate in today's video conference hearing.
When was this attachment sent to the respondents?
On January 17th, 2025.
Is it the commission's standard practice to include this attachment with the notification letters that are sent to the respondents when the commission holds an electronic hearing?
Yeah.
Did the commission create this attachment in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
And is it the commission's practice to maintain attachments like Exhibit 3 in the regular course of business?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 3.
Exhibit 3 is admitted.
Thank you. Now, can we please pull up what has been pre-marked as Exhibit 4 from staff's box? Can you describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is the certificate of service for the notice letters and attachments sent to each respondent.
Did the commission create this certificate in the regular course of business?
Yes.
And is it the commission's practice to maintain certificates like in this one in Exhibit 4 as part of its business record?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 4.
Exhibit 4 is admitted.
Now, Ms. Riley, looking at that exhibit, the language states, quote, whose name and addresses appear below, end quote, and below that it states, quote, see hearing cycle listing, end quote. Are these statements referring to the original hearing cycle listing that we saw in hearing Exhibit 1?
Yeah.
Now let's turn back to hearing Exhibit 2, if we could just put that on the screen, which is the notice letter. The letter informs the respondents about what happens if they can provide evidence of insurance or surety coverage before the hearing. If the commission receives evidence of insurance or surety coverage, what happens then?
Then we will not proceed against that carrier and dismiss them from the hearing cycle listing.
Did staff create an updated hearing cycle listing for today's hearing?
Yes.
Now, can we please pull up what has been previously marked as hearing exhibit 5? Thank you. Can you describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is the updated hearing cycle listing for today's date. It contains the names of the respondents that we still do not have current effective level of financial responsibility on file with the commission.
And did staff create this list the same way as you described for hearing exhibit 1?
Yes,
And who created this document?
I did
When was it created?
on February 10th, 2025.
Did the commission create this hearing cycle listing as part of its regular course of business?
Yes,
Is it the commission's practice to maintain the updated hearing cycle listing like exhibit 5 as part of its business record?
yes,
Your Honor, staff moves to admit exhibit 5.
Exhibit 5 is admitted.
Now, Ms. Riley, did staff send a letter to all motor carriers listed in hearing exhibit 5?
yes,
Do all of the addresses listed in hearing exhibit 5 match the carrier's addresses in hearing exhibit number 2?
yes.
And when is the last time you checked to see if there was any change in the status of the carriers in exhibit 5?
This morning, February 12th, 2025.
Are you aware of any pending applications, either for suspension or abandonment, affecting any common or contract carriers listed in exhibit 5?
No, we don't have any pending applications for this proceeding at this time.
And does staff recommend dismissing any of the carriers listed in hearing exhibit 5? And if so, can you state which ones?
Yes, I do have a few for dismissal. The first one will be Mountain Transportation, PUC number LL-03356. BG Enterprises LLC, doing business as Ameri Towing, PUC number T-03514. Spectrum Gems LLC, PUC number LL-04245. And Volcano Crest Volcano Crest, PUC number LL-04349. Insurance has been updated for those respondents.
And are you aware of any letters returned to the commission? And if so, did you verify that the addresses match the system?
We did not have any return mail for this proceeding.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. So just a few concluding questions. When does the decision that's made after this hearing become a final commission decision?
The recommended decision will become a final commission order decision 20 days after the administrative law judge issues the decision if no exceptions are filed.
And what happens if a carrier provides proper proof of insurance before the decision becomes a final order of the commission?
Then the recommended decision will not be enforced against that respondent.
And can you just summarize staff's overall recommendation for today?
Yes, staff recommends that their certificate of permit numbers of the motor carriers listed on here in Exhibit 5 be revoked for lack of financial responsibility as required by law, except for Mountain Transportation, Ameri Towing, Spectrum Gems LLC, and Volcano Crest.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. I have no further questions for the witness, Your Honor, and staff rests.
Thank you. And Ms. Riley, I just want to confirm a second time just to make sure I have the carriers correctly. So Mountain Transportation LLC, BG Enterprises LLC, Spectrum Gems LLC, and Volcano Crest LLC. Those are the ones that to be dismissed.
That is correct.
Thank you. I don't have any further questions. Thank you. Sorry, actually, you rested. So nothing further for staff?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, I will take this matter under advisement and I will issue a written decision. And at this time, I would like to close the record and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Your Honor, and pleasure meeting you again.
Likewise, thank you. This is adjourned.